Hey guys, I'm your host Random Guy 12345, and Deku said that the quirk One for All is one of the seven mysteries of the world. Speaking about One for All, in today's episode we break down the quirk. For starting, there are anime and manga spoilers in today's episode. With that out of the way, let's begin, shall we? One for All is the transferable quirk that is possessed by its ninth and current host, Izuku Midoriya. Long ago, a man with a quirk that allows him to steal other quirks and give them away forcibly gave his seemingly quirkless younger brother a quirk that allowed him to stockpile power within his body. However, unknown to either of them, the younger brother already had a quirk with no other power than that it could be transferred to another person. Transference quirk and the power stockpiling quirk merged into one and from then on became One for All. The younger brother somehow discovered this. He had a strong sense of justice and tried to defeat All for One. But given the huge difference in their strength, the younger brother failed. The younger brother decided to entrust the quirk to the future generations of heroes, hoping that they would cultivate One for All and one day put a stop to All for One. All for One sought after One for All, and as a result, almost all of the users of One for All fought and were killed by his hand. But not before they each had the chance to pass on the quirk to a successor so that it could reach to the future and elude the villain. The seventh user, Nana Shimura, was the last holder killed by his hand. While her apprentice and heir to One for All Might fought All for One at least twice, winning both battles. The quirk was passed down through 9 generations, growing stronger with the passage of time. In addition to the quirk factors merging with the core, One for All carries echoes of all the previous users as we see in the Sports Festival arc. One for All also seems to alter the user's appearance in many ways. For All Might, it significantly enlarges his muscles and overall body mass to make him look like a completely different person, similar to a giant. For Izuku, usage of One for All causes the empowered part of his body to glow, with vein like lines crossing through each other. When he enters full cowl, there are lightning bolts that go through his body. After One for All is transferred, the previous user is left with only residual power of the quirk. While they will still be able to utilize the power to essentially the same degree as before, continuous usage of it will cause a strain on the user before ultimately the quirk fades away. After All Might's final battle against All for One, his ability to sustain his muscular form was reduced to seconds, rendering him unable to make use of any of his residual power. The quirk factors of each of the previous users have merged with the core of One for All and have since increased in strength due to One for All's nature of stockpiling power. Izuku is the first user capable of accessing the quirks of the previous users. It is unknown if One for All can be passed back to a previous user if the current user allows it. As the truth behind One for All is only known to a select few, Izuku's quirk is listed as superpower in UA and other records. The quirk wielded by the fifth user, Daigoro Banjo, is Blackwith. This quirk allows the user to create tendrils of dark energy from their arms. These are good for grappling and increasing the user's mobility. Float was the quirk wielded by the seventh user, Nana Shimura. This quirk allows the user to levitate, as All Might tells in the manga. So far, we only know about the quirks and names of the 5th and 7th users of One for All, excluding All Might and Izuku. In a desperate attempt to stop 9, Izuku decided to transfer the quirk to Bakugo, allowing both of them to utilize the immense power granted by the quirk. Despite the period of transfer and possession being extremely brief, Bakugo demonstrated great proficiency with the quirk. He was instantly able to use full cowl at 100% without any prior instruction, and his body was able to handle the sheer power of One for All without being blown apart. However, this was likely due to being exposed to Katsuma Shibano's cell activation quirk, which enhances the body's physical performance. When Bakugo used One for All to enhance his given quirk, Explosion, it became so powerful, standard blasts from it could create enormous craters. The temperature of the explosions was also greatly increased to the point where it could melt through solid rock in a similar manner to lava as Bakugo came into close proximity with it. At the end of his and Izuku's fight against Nine, Bakugo lost one for all, and the quirk remained in Izuku's body. Toshinori initially suspected that the quirk stayed with Izuku because Bakugo lost consciousness prior to the transfer's completion, but later theorized that One for All kept itself inside of Izuku due to his willingness to protect others, even if it meant losing the power. As Deku had only 10 months before inheriting One for All, he was a hastily made vessel as told by All Might. So, whenever he used One for All, he seriously injured himself like in the entrance exam and the sports festival. When he went for the hero internship with Gran Torino, he realized that he should circulate One for All through his entire body instead of a specific place. This led to him discovering One for All Full Cowl. When he got One for All Full Cowl, he was also able to hold his ground against Stain, Overhaul, and Muscular and other villains without seriously injuring himself. When the battle against Overhaul got really desperate, Deku realized that he could use One for All Full Cowl at 20% without seriously injuring himself, but only for a short period of time. He was able to use One for All Full Cowl at 100% because of Eri's power that kept rewinding his injuries at a great speed. Using One for All Might and Izuku have moves and smashes. We covered all of All Might's smashes in the last episode, and we will do so for Izuku in a future episode as well. So that is it for today's episode, guys. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you like, share and subscribe so that you help us on our golden brick road to 1000 subscribers, and make sure you all check out our other videos as well. Before ending, I would like to thank all the health workers working on the front lines to protect us from the pandemic. Stay home, stay safe, and remember, go beyond plus ultra.